What's up guys, my name is Zarbral and welcome to my short guide to soloing, treasures, and tribulations. TNT is a level 50 BCNM that drops job-specific level 50 rings along with a few useful scrolls. Some of the drops can be pretty valuable, mainly the Sorcerer Ring and the Minstrel Ring, both extremely useful on their respective jobs. In this short guide, we will cover a quick strategy to solo the BCNM in a safe and efficient manner. As usual, this guide is recorded and tailored for the Wings XI server and may not apply to your server in Era. Without further ado, let's dive right into the video. In order to safely solo this one, we will want to prepare a few things. First of all, your job. This guide here will focus on going as a ninja sub black mage. I have heard that going sub red mage is even more efficient, but as my red mage is not leveled, I decided to try it with black mage as a sub, and it worked out with no issues. I have seen this possible solo as a puppet master as well, but I have not tested it myself, and the fights seem to be a lot more challenging than the attempts I had on my ninja. Make sure to bring all the ninja tools as you'll be spamming the elemental wheel as much as possible. The black mage sub will give us more damage on our nin spells while also granting us a free warp once we're done with the encounter. Make sure also to carry some antidotes and some pere rouler just in case. In order to participate in the BCNM, we will have to make our way to Port Juno and talk to Shami in order to trade your Beastman seals into a Comet Orb. As mentioned in the intro, this is a BCNM 50, so you will need to trade 50 seals for the orb. Once you have all your preparations done that we mentioned and the orb, make your way to Balgus Dace, deep inside Gideus. Once we go into the encounter, you will see Chess standing in the middle of the arena. TNT is a very interesting BCNM as you have 33% chance to simply win the encounter if you pick the right chest. This also means that you have 66% chance to fail the RNG, and then the coffer will transform into a dreaded mimic. The chest we pick is also very important in order to maximize our chances. The large box will attack slower and hit harder, and also has higher defense and lower evasion. The smaller box attacks faster for less damage, has lower defense but high evasion, and the medium box has balanced stats. Because we are using ninja as our job, we will have shadows up for most of this encounter, so it's best to pick the large box. From there, we will want to keep our shadows up at all times during the encounter. If you mess up here, the box will hit, and it hits really hard, so make sure you refresh Utsusumi when it's down. I like to start the encounter by debuffing the mimic as much as possible with Hojo, Jubaku, and Kurayami. This whole strategy simply revolves around spamming your ninjutsu elemental wheel as much as possible. This way you feed the least amount of TP possible to the mimic while dealing constant damage. This is also the reason we come sub black mage, as our main damage source is ninjutsu, and the int bonus along with the magic attack trait will help us improve our damage. Again, going sub red mage is more efficient as it will give you also the int bonus while providing fast casts and end spells. Black Mage seems to work just fine nevertheless. As the fight progresses, the Mimic will cast Death Trap, which will stun and or poison you with a heavy dot. This is why the antidotes are a huge help here. If you do get poisoned, simply pop an antidote and resume casting ninjutsu. If ever you do take damage during the fight, pop a pere rouler as the regen should be plenty to keep you alive while you whittle down the coffer. Rinse, repeat, as the mimic should die in a few minutes. In my 5 to 6 runs, I've managed to get one minstrel ring selling for around 600,000 at the moment of the release of this video, making it well worth the seals and the time invested. That's it for my quick guide on the BCNM TNT. It's fairly easy if you have the right gear, job, and preparation. A quick note here, I've seen some guides of people simply using any job and using a warp scroll if ever they lose the RNG and pop the mimic. While this can work, you basically highly reduce your chances of getting anything, basically 1/3. And for the hefty cost of 50 seals, I don't think that's a valid or efficient strategy. Also, I have tried soloing the encounter for someone in my link shell, and while this works, you have to be extremely careful. The Mimic has a small chance of casting an ability called Draw In, which basically drags everyone around its AoE range. It followed this with an AoE stun and poison, making it tricky for the other person if he's not prepared. In the 5 runs we've done together, I've only seen this happen once, and I'm not 100% sure what triggered it. We even tried to test this by standing in various range, but he never did use it again. If you do want to solo this for someone, or have someone solo it for you, just be prepared with maybe a Blink, a Stone Skin, Shadows, or any other defensive abilities just to be safe. Otherwise, just make sure you're prepared with your antidotes, your Parole, and other items, and you should easily be able to farm the encounter. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more Final Fantasy XI content coming in the near future. Thanks a lot for watching, and happy farming.